Hello, I'm Pastor Garth Forster, First Baptist Church in Barnesville, Georgia. Thank you for joining us this afternoon or this evening, whenever you're watching. Of course, this is week number 6 of the coronavirus. We're still sheltering in place. We're still not having more than 10 people in a building. We're still trying to do all those things that we need to do to keep this pandemic from being as bad as it could be. So thank you for what you're doing to curb this thing and to help the authorities make sure that as few people get this as possible. Some things, of course, that we're thinking about. It's the church here. Not a whole lot of announcements right now. We do have one seat left for our Cali, Wyoming trip. That trip again is July 18th through the 24th, God willing, and the airline's willing and everybody else willing. That's when we're going to go and do that. If you'd like to be a part of that, it's a $200 down payment. Of course, the entire trip's about $1,000, and it's going to be a great trip. Hope you can be a part of that with us. And then, of course, Vacation Bible School coming up on the 19th through the 23rd. That's a Sunday through a Thursday of July, 19th through the 23rd. Vacation Bible School, always a great time of year. Our folks are looking forward to that. We are accepting resumes, if I've mentioned already. We're accepting resumes for our position of church pastor secretary here at First Baptist. Laura Bohannon did a great job for us, but we're now looking for someone else to take her place. So if you're interested in that position, please send us your resume ASAP. We'd appreciate that very, very much. In these times as we've talked together, of course, one of the things we've tried to do is to assuage people's fears. People are afraid right now, and with good reason. People need to be concerned, not scared, but concerned. They need to be wise in how they deal with everyday life and the people they come into contact with. And in seeking to deal with those fears, we quoted a lot of different biblical verses, a lot of text. Wednesday nights I've dealt with the 23rd Psalm and the 91st Psalm and the 46th Psalm and the 27th Psalm, and all of those Psalms deal with God's protective care of us, which is very appropriate. We talked about God being our rock. We talked about God being our fortress, our refuge. Talked about God being our shelter from the storm. Talked about God in terms of our walking through the valley of the shadow of death, that He would be with us and watch over us. I've talked about all of those things, and it's appropriate that we've done that. But something also appropriate that we talk about, of course, is how we're treating each other at home. I know I've gone to meddling at this point, but how we treat each other at home. And I was just reading from the Living Bible. This is the Bible that I read from in our sermon Sunday that had to do with God's kind of love. From the Living Bible, Ephesians chapter 4, verses 31 and 32. Just a very kind of down-to-earth way of saying to us perhaps what we need to hear during the coronavirus. Paul wrote, "Stop being mean, bad-tempered, and angry. Quarreling, harsh words, and dislike of others should have no place in your lives. Instead, be kind to each other, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, just as God has forgiven you because you belong to Christ." Think about that tonight, when you're there with your family, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, have mercy. 7 days a week, all the time with them, can't get anywhere else, can't go anywhere else. It's a real test of our patience, a test of our love for not only our families, but a test of our love for Christ. And make sure that you treat your families with kindness, with tenderheartedness, with forgiveness, in the same way that you want them to treat you with kindness and be tenderhearted and forgiving toward you. I'm really glad that we can gather together like this on a weekly basis, and I thank you for watching these telecasts or these videos that we're making, and pray that God would bless you, that God would keep you, and that God would be with you and your family right now in these very difficult days. Thank you.